Hey guys, just got done playing a whole day of the Jumpstart server, had a lot of fun. I wanted to make this video to give you a little bit of a rundown, kind of just like a progress track for how far I got my character, and maybe you guys can pick up some things that might be helpful for you when you're pushing your character and honing your character and getting your character up. So let's dive right into it. Now personally, I made a Master Summoner. If you made a Master Summoner as well, here are some quick tips. This is kind of the skill setup that I have been doing. One of the things that I would recommend to you is if you did your Jumpstart Makoko Express, as you accept these rewards here, you see if I reach item level 1415, you can claim these rewards, so make sure you're claiming these rewards. They'll be very instrumental for you honing up. Get these combat EXP potions. I would recommend that you use them because they'll give you levels, which are very nice, which will give you more skill points, which will allow you to flesh out your build. And the reason why you want to do this is because, in my opinion, you want to get at the very minimum to this kind of a skill setup here, okay? So if you need to screenshot it now. But you kind of want to get all these skills to level 10, and then you get level 7 here, and you get level 4 here, okay? The big tripods to watch out for, in my opinion, when you get your level 5 tripods from the event shop or from elsewhere, the ones that you should focus on are Guiding Storm. Focus on Guiding Storm for Electric Storm, okay? This is very important for your meter generation. And then you should get Ready Attack for Sticky Moss Swamp. The skill here, Sticky Moss Swamp. Ready Attack to level 5 will be really, really good. And then for Elcid, getting Magic Amplification to level 5. These 3 tripods are by far the most important that I would recommend that you go for first, okay? So that's just a little bit of information for summoner players. Okay, let's get to the more general things that I did to hone my character. I got my character up to 1482, and I did it like somewhat casually. I didn't really like min-max anything very much. Depending on your honing luck, you might get a little bit higher, you might get a little bit lower, but don't worry. I would say that your biggest goal is probably to get to 1475 if you can. There's good rewards there for you. That's what you should be trying to do. Now, the one thing that I will say is when you make a character, make sure you use the South Vern Power Pass on your character, and then make sure you put the Jumpstart Makoko Express on there. And when you do that, you'll notice that as you claim these rewards, they give you some materials, and these materials will help you work towards getting to the next item level threshold, right? So the first one is at 1415. Next one is at 1430, and you claim the 1430 rewards. Then you try to hold to 1445, and you try to claim these rewards. You won't have enough materials, depending on your luck, to always get to the next threshold every single time. If that happens, here are some of the things that I did to catch up my materials. Number 1, the Challenge Guardian raid. I went and I did all 3 of the Guardians. That gave me a good set of materials that could get me out of any kind of roadblock that I hit. Number 2, I went to do my Guardian raids, but I did the level 5 Guardian raids. I'm looking for the first time clear rewards, and it's super important when you're doing this. When you queue to do these Guardians for the first time to get rewards for extra materials that can help you get past the breakpoint, make sure you uncheck Collect Guardian's Will. And this is super important because you're going to want to do your daily Guardian and collect the reward from the highest level that you can get to. So for me, this is Kundalanium at 1460, okay? So I went and I did Armor Nakrasena, I did Egrection, I did Night Fox Yoho, I did Velganos, and then I did Descaluda, and each one of these I did and I unchecked the Collect Guardian's Will box because I didn't actually want to receive the daily reward from them, okay? My daily reward I wanted to get from Kundalanium, so make sure you uncheck it, but you'll still get the first time clear rewards, which will give you a little bit of materials, and that will let you hone a little bit further. The next thing that I recommend you do is make sure you do your Blooming Makokos event, okay? If you don't know what that is, if you go to the top left of your screen, you can click the stopwatch icon, and it'll bring out this menu. Find the Blooming Makokos event here at the top left, and it'll tell you this one's 4 minutes from starting. You can click the compass icon to find out where it is, so get yourself over to Wavestrand Port and do the Blooming Makokos event. That will give you Arktoberfest coins, which are super important because if you go to your event shop, You can spend Oktoberfest coins on some of these materials, which will help you hone more. I recommend that you start from the Jumpstart Mokoko Exchange Shop because the materials in here are cheaper. You get more bang for your buck per Oktoberfest token. So this also helped me get past certain breakpoints. Also, when you get to 1475, and I recommend you do this at 1475 because it's probably the highest feasible item level that you're going to get to without any kind of like additional support on your first day. You can do your Chaos Dungeon at 1475 as well as Kungalanium because they'll give you more of these Oktoberfest tokens. So just keep that in mind. Finally, make sure you use your pirate ship vendors. When you do your Mokoko challenge, just click through it and accept all the rewards you can. Eventually, you'll get a reward that gives you something that looks like this box here, the Sailing Coin Selection Chest. And use this chest to get Prokian's coins, and then go to the Wandering Merchant Vessel, and then get pirate coins from there. And using the pirate coins, you can get a tiny bit of materials that might help you get past to the next threshold. Finally, if you really want to, you can unlock some Una's tasks. Now, if you need leap stones and you wanted to do Una's tasks for those, obviously I would recommend you do Unsolved Mystery of the Watchers, do Kinsera's Memorial Service. This is for leap stones. Finally, if you need more leap stones, you can do Where It Belongs. These are very useful. The two Una's tasks I would recommend for shards, I would recommend you do Endless Debris. This does require you to go to the Shadow Island and do the purple quest on that island to unlock the Una's task. And then I recommend that you do Crook Catcher. These are the two Una's tasks that I actually did because I found myself really lacking on shards. This is at Runaways Island. If you need to know where islands are, you can open your map, go out to this page where you have the world map here. You can literally type the island's name, Runaways Island. There it is. Okay, it's above Arthetine. Okay, so you see Arthetine. If you use the ocean liner, you can go to Arid Path and then sail up. You'll get to Runaways Island. And then Shadow Island was the other location, and it's right here. You see North Vern, you go up, that's where Shadow Island is. So that's how I got all my materials and got myself to get to item level 1482. I'm trying to push myself to 1490 and I'm pretty close. Here's a few things that I will say. I recommend that you stay away from doing any content that has a bid on it because right now there's an issue. Amazon's like anti-bot protection or whatever it is, I don't know, prevents players from doing transactions for 3 days. And so everybody on the Jumpstart server, since the server started today on Wednesday, everybody on that Jumpstart server won't be able to bid on anything. So I don't recommend you do your Legion raids. And you could probably do your Argos and your Abyss dungeons if you wanted to, but personally I would wait on them. These things are very worth you doing eventually because this Mokoko's Shining Harvest here gives you rewards for doing things like Vulcan, gives you rewards for doing things like Vicus, okay? There's a lot of good rewards that you get from doing these things, but these are weekly lockouts, so you don't need to do them right now, and if something good did drop, it's gonna go to waste because nobody can bid on anything. So I caution you against Legion raids, Abyssal dungeons, Argos, and then also your challenge Abyss dungeons. I would recommend against doing them for now. You can wait until I think Saturday is the day that they pop up, but just make sure you're keeping your eyes out for any Amazon announcements or things like that, because right now nobody can bid on anything. The other thing that I will say is you're gonna get a lot of these hope amulets. If you're thinking about min-maxing and saving, like, oh, I don't want to use a hope amulet on something that I'm gonna get the level 5 tripod for, so you'll notice that in the event shop, right, if you go to the special site, I already bought this one out, but you can get wishful amulets, which will give you level 5 tripods for free. I wouldn't worry too much about min-maxing, like, oh, I know this tripod is really good and I want it to be level 5, so I'm going to save it and not put the level 4 on it. You're going to get more than enough hope amulets. There's more here. You're going to get more from your Jumpstart Mokoko Express, right? You're going to get more from different sources, so I wouldn't stress too much about it. Just kind of like put your tripods into the good skills and then make sure your level 5 tripods go to the skills that are really important for you, okay? Finally, some quick things about inventory management. For these consumable items, I just kind of like, basically I just took out a bunch of the blue potions, and then I did some simple things. You want some whirlwinds, you want some pheromones, you want some flares. These are the things I would recommend you take out for now. And then as you do Legion raids, if you look for guides online about Legion raids, they'll probably tell you which items you need. Then you can open the items that you need for that. So that's for the consumables. For the engraving books, I just save them in my storage here. So I have these engraving books. We don't need to use them right now because we have the engraving support, right? I have skins saved here. I have rapport, selection chests and stuff saved here. And then any material that is under tier 3, honestly, you can throw them away, but I kind of hide them away in this stash tab. You're probably never going to use anything under tier 3 as long as you've power passed your character. So don't worry too much about them. The final thing that I want to say is the Jumpstart servers are really, really great. And I'll probably talk about this more in other videos, but on the Jumpstart server in NA West, if you are playing in North America West on the Jumpstart servers, feel free to join my guild that I've made. So I made this guild, Prockle Enjoyers, guys. If you guys want a place to do some raids with other people, this guild is a very, very casual guild. Prockle Enjoyers on North America West on a Jumpstart server, so I believe that's L'Oreal. The idea is you guys can join. There's not going to be too much requirement. If the guild gets too full, then we're going to kick some inactive people. But just, you can feel free to tag anybody else in the guild and do runs. And then whenever I'm doing runs, I'll probably just leave a message and whoever's online can feel free to hop in. Don't worry if you're experienced or if you're new. I'd be happy to teach you guys. So one of the hardest things about getting into Lost Ark, I think, is finding groups. So if you guys are watching these videos and you're a new or returning player and are looking for people to join groups with, my one summoner character is going to need to do some of these raids. So I'm probably going to do some of these Legion raids come like Saturday or something like that. So if you want to do Vaulton, either if you're a new or returning or whatever, feel free to join Prockle Enjoyers. And then when I start it, I'm going to type in the guild chat and look for if people are online. And if you're there and you're looking for a group and you're good to go, then we'll put you into the group. I'll talk about that more, but make sure you join Prockle Enjoyers. I'm really proud of the banner that I made. It's this little dude who's peeking at you, okay? The Jumpstart server is super fun. It's a really good chance to get into Lost Ark, and it's probably the best opportunity to just kind of get into the game and do some of the raids that it has to offer. I had a lot of fun playing today, so hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Leave any comments if there are any pressing questions or things that you guys are really confused about. If you need to learn more about your class, go check out Lost Ark Nexus for community guides. If you're looking for people to play with and people to do raids with, join my guild, Prockle Enjoyers. And then hopefully, when I'm doing a run or if other people are doing a run, you'll have people to play with. All right, thanks everybody.